Hello, world, I guess. This is a reading for the collective for all zodiac signs. Um, and it's about July, July 2026. The old ways of living, working, connecting, or even thinking are starting to change. They're not fitting quite as well as they used to. And so we know there's a change coming. It can be uncomfortable for some, but that's not what I want to focus on in this reading. Um, and I don't want to focus on what we're leaving behind. I want to talk about the good things that are coming in July. So let's start with the first card, which is the Sun. Um, this this is this is a good card. I'm like I'm over verklempt or whatever. Um, I think a lot of people have felt stuck in the last couple of months. They felt confused or uncertain about where the world is going. Um, for some people, it seems to be overwhelming that we're never going to get out of this, or when we do, it's going to take forever to recover. But the Sun, success, says it's not going to be as bad as you think. Um, The Sun represents vitality, and this is energy, motivation, and joy. There's a very strong sense that people are beginning to connect with what truly makes them happy. Astrologically, July carries supportive energy for creativity, self expression, and authentic living. Um, there's going to be a gradual shift away from just survival, and it's going to move towards kind of a self discovery. You don't need all the answers, you just need enough to know that there's lots of positive stuff going on. And you're going to start looking after yourself. You're going to start feeling a little bit more relaxed and not quite so worried about what's going on. Second card is the Ace of Cups. This is a collective, this is what we're all feeling. It's almost like it's a gift from the universe, and it's emotional renewal. Um, your heart has been tested, it's tired. Your souls have been carrying grief or disappointment or just exhaustion. And the Ace of Cups is is a is a beginning. It's a new beginning, a reopening, that we start to feel normal again. Maybe we start trusting more. For some, it might be new friendships. For others, it could be healing, or healing with new friends, old relationships. For many, this is just renewal. It feels like a fresh start. It feels like the start of a new chapter or something new, something exciting, something, that piques your curiosity. But it feels softer and attainable. The next card is the Nine of Wands. And this is, what have we learned? This is the collective for us, it's resilience. We've learned that we can survive uncertainty. We've learned that life rarely unfolds exactly as planned. But the best, greatest lesson is we can't remain in survival mode forever. The Nine of Wands shows that we're tired, but we are wiser. People are becoming far more intentional about how they spend their energy. They have boundaries now. Boundaries matter. Peace matters. Meaning matters. These values will continue. They'll continue shaping our future. The fourth card is the Wheel of Fortune. And this is something positive. It could be a surprise, it could be something unexpected. Because the Wheel of Fortune indicates, good timing, good synchronicity with things, opportunities arriving when you don't expect them. Many people will discover that what looked like a delay or was actually a redirection. You thought maybe you were being blocked, but it was just a short delay. It was just a change in the timing of something. And eventually doors will begin to open. Conversations will happen and ideas will take shape. The astrology of this period strongly supports innovation, fresh thinking, and new possibilities. It feels it's like a younger generation feel where everyone has more enthusiasm than they've had in a long time. It feels like the collective is entering a cycle where flexibility becomes definite advantage. And the future will belong to those who are willing to adapt. Wow. The fifth card is the Three of Pentacles. Where is humanity heading? This is really, it feels really important. Humanity is moving towards collaboration. We're not all islands. We know that we're stronger when we get together. The old model of doing everything alone is fading. The future belongs to communities, shared knowledge, cooperation, and mutual support. People are increasingly recognizing that individual success means very little if communities suffer. This shows that people creating networks and supporting one another, and learning together and building new things together. It won't happen overnight, but the seeds are already being planted. How about that for a center card? Okay, next card. This is a card of new opportunities. This is creativity, curiosity, exploration, innovation. The Page of Wands is suggesting that humanity is entering a period of maybe experimentation. We're just kind of, dipping our toe in there. There's going to be new ideas that probably seemed impossible at some point are now going to become normal. That's going to include like health and well-being. People are going to become willing to change careers, learn new skills, move to different locations, or even start businesses. We're going to embrace the technology. Maybe we need to sort out some things now, but eventually we're going to embrace the technology or pursue our passion. We need to just stay curious and positive. The future will reward those that remain open to learning and change. And that doesn't mean like big changes. It's going to be little changes, and you make those changes at your own speed. There's no forcing of that. Okay, the next card is the Six of Wands. This is bringing hope. The Six of Wands is is progress. It's collective victories, not necessarily dramatic breakthroughs, but this meaningful movement forward, progress. Many people will begin noticing improvements maybe in their lives. Maybe they're getting a little bit more money, or the money is stretching further, or they're liking what they do at work. They're going to be small wins. It's going to be confident growth. People will regain faith in themselves. They'll believe that they can really do some of these things that they thought they never could. And another really good thing about July is that it reminds us, of how powerful momentum can be. Because July is going to start off very slowly. We're all going to move at different speeds, but we're all going to get momentum. And these small steps create amazing journeys, amazing changes. The next card is the star. I love the star. This is all about our long-term future. Star is just so hopeful. That card is a fantastic card to get. It speaks of healing, inspiration, spiritual growth, and renewal. The future of humanity is not one to fear. That's what Spirit's telling us. The future is going to be one of awakening. People are becoming more intuitive, more conscious, more passionate, and more interested in authenticity than appearance. Coming years are going to continue encouraging us to reconnect with purpose, with community, creativity, and hope. We are not going backwards. We are all evolving. And the last card is the Ten of Pentacles. This is a possible outcome. This is a probable outcome. This is what we should all move forward for. The Ten of Pentacles card, this card represents legacy and foundation. It represents long-term security. Not overnight, but if we move slowly in the right direction, we'll suddenly find ourselves there without even realizing it. The choices we make now are building something much bigger than ourselves. It's for us, it's for generations in the future. It's really not about our individual success. It's about creating lives, families, communities, and systems that endure. The collective message in this reading is clear. The next chapter will not be easy, not after what we've had in the last few years. It's going to take time, but we'll get there. And the future will be meaningful. And meaning is far more powerful than comfort. Oh gosh, I felt like I was in a trance when I was reading that. That's crazy. So let's close on this. We've been feeling that there's change coming. We need to know that the change isn't arriving to take anything away. It's arriving to make space for something better. July reminds us that hope is not naive. We need to work on it, and that hope is a choice. And together, we're all choosing to build a future worth living in. We all need to do this to move forward. It's not going to be 100% of us, but it's going to be the larger collective. Whew, I think I'm gonna leave it there. That's quite a reading. It's a really hopeful reading. I hope I hope it resonated. I hope it made you feel okay. I hope it calmed you down. I felt like I was in a trance going through that. Whew. Okay. Well, if you're still here, thank you for going through my reading. I hope it's given you some good insight. I hope it makes you look forward to July. And I hope to see you on my channel sometime in the future. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.